Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridgehampton. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed.
Let them steal your heart away, because I got to learn to dance if it takes me all night and day. Climb into my machine so we can cruise on out. I know a swinging little joint where we can jump and shout. Woo! It's not too far back off the highway, long to roam or ride. Park your car in the open, you can walk inside. You can take your hat, you can thank her, man. Every time you make the scene, you find the joint is jammed.
I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we're here at Cognac's Corner Magazine, and I'm here with Dan Rattiner, and we're here in Bridgehampton at the Bridgehampton Historical Society to view all these wonderful vintage cars. Tell my audience about this event and why you are a big supporter of it.
Well, for one thing, it helps support the Bridgehampton Historical Society. And why I love the event, and we've had it here for about 15 years or more, is you get to see cars made in the 1930s. We had a French Du Chevaux I saw. We had a 1955 Cadillac that I've never in my life seen before, except back then, that had tail fins that looked like they came off a rocket ship. It was all white and beautiful. And of course we have the usual Bentleys and Mercedes from back then, and the Jaguar XKEs and some of the old MGs from the early 50s. It's quite an event, and they go off for actually much of the afternoon now.
And then they come back, I understand.
Oh, sure, they eventually do, yes.
And then there's something going on later today. Am I right about that?
Don't know about that. I have to go somewhere else, so I'm not going to be here. I'm going to the dedication of a basketball court at the Bridgehampton Child Care Center at 3 o'clock.
You're such a celebrity here in the Hamptons, darling.
Well, if you say so. I guess within 20 miles.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants you.
I guess within 20 miles, I'm probably pretty well known anyway.
Yes.
So it's my world.
No, all over the world you're famous. Everyone wants to come to the Hamptons, right?
That's true.
Yes. Do you know how many cars are here today?
Yeah, about 42. I think that 10 of them didn't show, including mine.
You have a car, special car.
Oh yeah, I have.
Tell my audience.
I have a 1959 TR3. I brought its picture.
Oh my God, how beautiful!
That's a little old sports car that I bought when it was 6 years old, and I've had it ever since. Most men my age have these cars like this. It reminds them of their youth. And I meet with them, and they say, you know, they're really valuable now, and they just got it, but it'll be more valuable. But it reminds me of when I was young, and I had one then.
Still young. You're still young.
I had one then, but I had to sell it because I needed the money. And I say, I had one too, and it's still here, and I still have it, and that's it.
Terrific.
Fun.
Tell my audience, where can we go to find out more information? The website.
danspapers.com is where you'll find it. Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews, more celebrities right here in the Hamptons. Pink champagne kisses.
A week later, I drove the TR3 over to J.J. Johnson's body shop and junkyard. J.J. was a tall, lean black man with a can-do attitude, and if anybody could fix the seats, it would be him. Maybe he could put a metal brace in there. J.J. bent his long frame down to the bottom of the driver's seat and used a knife to make a hole in the seat cover to have a look. "Guess what's in here?" he asked. "What?" "Horsehair," he said. And now we come to the main bracing. "Yep, it's steel." He was a surgeon, was describing his operation. "And it's just all rusted out, crumbled to dust." He stood up. "You'll need a new seat," he said. "Nothing I can do, but if you're not picky, I've got 2 seats to a Thunderbird that could fit in there." The very thought of this sent a shudder through me. No Thunderbird seats would ever be allowed into my beautiful TR3. "Another idea," JJ said, "is to buy a parts car. Lots of people with these old sports cars buy an old beat-up second car for its parts. You should have a parts car. You can buy them cheap." I thought about how I could get one. I'll put another ad in the paper. "You get a parts car, I'll take out the seats and put them in here," JJ said. "Meanwhile, I'll call some of the other junkies and see if anybody has one. If I find one, I'll call you."
Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the Bridgehampton Historical Society for a Bridgehampton rally. And I'm here with one of the judges of today's event, and he's going to introduce himself to the camera.
Hi, I'm Tomm Scalera, and I was asked to help out with the judging here at the rally. And basically, we have a beautiful day and really great cars and a wonderful rally. And it's just been a great day for everyone. And this was put together by the Historical Society as well as Dan's papers.
Yes, I spoke to Dan earlier, and he told me that there are about 40 cars here today. Are these 40 cars, are they all being judged?
Yeah, actually, there was only one car that would not be judged because it wasn't part of the rally, but the rest of the cars are all being judged as rally cars.
Can you tell my audience what they are being judged under the realm of significance with these historical vintage cars? What are they being judged? What are the basic fundamentals of the judging?
Well, that was one of the issues that we came up with, as there are actually, I'm one of the judges, there are 3 judges, and we were trying to determine what parameters that we were going to judge.
Best in show.
Well, it's called a best in show, but to me, it's really, there's 3 different awards that should be given out. There should be a best in show for overall fit, finish, and perfection of the car. But there's also be an award for what would be considered in the spirit of the rally, because it's a rally and you want cars that would belong in a rally. If you think about what the rally and the history of these rallies are, you want to make sure the cars fall into the vibe and the spirit of the rally. And then third should probably be something like, most historically significant car. There was a Bugatti here earlier that was absolutely original from, I'm going to say, the 30s. And it was beautiful, but it had that age and patina and the dents and everything else about it. That
we love it like that.
It is original only once. And so I think that that's a very important factor about judging a car, is its originality. Anybody can build a new old car.
That's for sure. I know people that have done that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Thunderbird guy. I could build a brand new Thunderbird out of parts.
Yeah.
I mean, all I need is a VIN number, and it would be brand new. But that doesn't make it historically significant. So for me, it's not just how beautiful the car is, because that could be done. All it takes is money. But it's how important the car is to the owner. It's the significance of the story of the car. And it's the significance of what the car has been through, what's lifespan has been, that make it important to me.
Now tell my audience, you are from Car Show Safari. Tell my audience a little bit more about Car Show Safari. What's that all about?
Well, Car Show Safari is a new breakthrough website designed for car enthusiasts that provides the most complete, comprehensive, and up-to-date listings of car shows and motorsport events nationwide.
Nationwide, not just here in the Hamptons, darlings, nationwide.
So let's say that you're bringing your daughter to go see a college down in North Carolina, and if you're like me, you want to know if there's a car show going on.
That sounds like my husband.
Right, exactly. So you can look on Car Show Safari, and you can actually plan your vacation to go from car show to car show to car show all over the nation. And you can choose the type of car show you want to go to, or whether it's a rally or a race or anything. We list everything from the Indianapolis 500 to something like today. And we also have news and editorial for car enthusiasts. We have stories. We're opening up a whole new section this week with videos for car enthusiasts. Basically, what we're creating here is the center of the Car Guy universe. And because of the technology of today, we can do things like live feeds from shows like this. Today we were live feeding, periscoping from the show, and it brings us a lot closer to the enthusiast. So the enthusiast can be a lot closer to events like today. Let's say they couldn't be here. Well, they can be here virtually.
Isn't the internet fabulous?
It's wonderful, and I think a lot of the guys who wouldn't normally embrace technology, we're trying to make it as simple as possible for everybody so that they can all enjoy, what the hobby has to offer.
Absolutely. Now, tell my audience, for those that do not understand the difference, like a person that's so ignorant about cars and racing, what is the difference between a rally and a race? What is the difference?
Well, a rally is a form of a race, and the term rally can be used very loosely. It can be anything from a timed, very accurately timed speed to time event where you have to arrive at certain checkpoints at certain times in order to win the race. It can also be a little looser where you kind of get there when you get there and it's okay. But there's other things like poker runs. Today's a poker run. So you get a poker card, you get a card at every stop, and then you put together your best poker hand by it. There's all kinds of tours and rallies. Like today there was a tour. And that was was open to all kinds of cars, and basically it's a drive, and you get to enjoy the drive, you get to enjoy the camaraderie with other folks, and you get to show off your car, and there's not a lot of pressure or stress. So if you wanted to get into a really hardcore rally, you have to make sure that you have a navigator who understands speed, distance, time, and all those other factors. There could also be trivia questions that go on during the race that you have to figure out. Like today, I think there was trivia where you had to figure out what was important about this historic site that you stopped at. So there could be all different ways of building a rally. And of course, a race could be a full-blown, hardcore, wheel-to-wheel race on a track.
Well, I've been to those. My husband's dragged me to Lime Rock, so I know what that's all about.
I know Lime Rock very well.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of different people. Some of it's wheel-to-wheel. Some of it is just a timed race. So there's something for everyone in the hobby.
Now, this event, I see the cars are coming back. These drivers that own these wonderful cars, they're coming back. There's going to be, I understand, a cocktail hour, and then after that, there's a dinner. Explain to my audience what's following after this.
Well, today is a whole big celebration. So the cars coming back now are going to be either given awards for best in show, they're going to be given awards for their poker, they're going to be given awards for their time, and then I guess we're all going to go inside and just have a good old dinner. I think we're going to another location.
I think it's Pierre's.
Yes, it's Pierre's.
Very elegant restaurant right here in Bridgehampton. But I want you to tell my audience where we could go to find out more information about Car Safari. Where can we go? What is the website?
Well, it's carshowsafari.com, and just check us out. And if you want to list a show, you can list a show. If you want to just see what's going on, if you want to read fun stories or have fun with the website, there's lots to do. We have things like lists of museums all over the country. So let's say you're going out west and you want to say what kind of museums are out there to see. We also have a thing that's called the Junkyard Adventures. And it's a list of junkyards that you can tour across the country, that you pay your admission and you can go tour the junkyard, which is a lot of fun.
I bet it is, darling. One more time, the website.
carshowsafari.com.
Give me a kiss.
Mwah. Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews, more celebrities, and more cars right here in the Hamptons. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridgehampton. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.